What's up, everybody? It is your boy Ryan. I am your Nootropics Information Wizard. Thanks so much for being with me. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Check us out on the web at livecortex.com, at livecortex.com/blog. Giant blog for nootropics data, nootropics information, nootropics podcasts. We've got a Facebook page. Check us out there. It's awesome. Facebook.com/cortexstacks. And then my own personal Facebook page is facebook.com/Ryan Michael Ballo. It's very brand new, but it's a lot of cool motivation stuff on there. Okay, 6 powerful products support this broadcast. I'll quickly run through them. Here they are.
Elite level nootropic products.
All right, number 1, the Cortex Nootropic Stack. Okay, I mean, it's only fitting for us to be constantly talking about nootropics for us to have our own stack. Let me just quickly break this down. I needed a stack that lit my brain up to build and run a company 7 days a week, 16 to 18 hours a day. Say no more. I built a stack that did that before we even thought about publishing it as a commercial stack, before Cortex Labs was a company. The stack rocked my world and all my other entrepreneur friends' world. Like, they didn't want to take modafinil. They'd rather take the stack that I was taking. They were like, my other friends were like, you got to make this a product. And I was like, I had the bug to create an actual commercial nootropic stack. So we did it. It's called Cortex. It's been on the market for 2 years. Pro poker players, business professionals, corporate folks, everybody else in between uses the stack. Get it at livecortex.com. Hey, the link is in the description below. Right now and today, coupon code 8 gets it for 24 bucks. That special ends today. We got some other products, but I'll explain them at the end of the video. Mostly they're nootropics books that give you many powerful stacks. They're all digital. Okay, so look, the basic gist of this video, I want to make this quick, because I want to say that I have come to understand some weird thing that no one has discovered yet. No one really has talked about yet. With the exception of some folks that are reporting this anecdotally on the Nootropics subreddit and elsewhere on the web, which is this. I think that when you take certain cholinergic nootropics as an example, just cholinergics, because I haven't experienced this with many other nootropic compounds, I would say 2 things: cholinergics and then nootropics that work on nerve growth factor in some capacity. You know, mostly in either increasing the expression of it in certain regions of the brain, like the hippocampus, or just increasing, quantities of nerve growth factor over time, which is something that Alcar has been demonstrated to do in rats. So here's the basic deal. The deal is that what I believe is that some of those kind of nootropics, so think of Noopept as a good example, right? Cholinergic and increases nerve growth factor, expression of nerve growth factor in the cerebral cortex and in the hippocampus, depending on acute or chronic use. Sometimes they can create brain fog temporarily. So if you take too much of a certain compound, everybody knows you end up getting the reverse effect with certain nootropic compounds, which is the indication that you probably need to take the dose down or add a B complex or take some magnesium or do something else. We've got a whole section in Smarter, Better, Faster, which talks about what to do when you've got brain fog from certain nootropics, etc. And so that's one indication you might need to do some of these things. But in other cases, I believe, and I've come to find, and other people anecdotally report this, both on the web and the Nootropics subreddit, you can find stuff like this out there. But people that we consult, we've got a consulting service, it's a 40-minute call with me, 15 additional email correspondence, very popular Nootropics consulting service, the only one really on the web. People tell us that they'll get brain fog from Noopept. Okay, they'll take 15 milligrams, not even really a substantially high dose of Noopept. They'll get brain fog. So it'll be like seemingly too much. But in the ensuing couple days, and then even thereafter, for some period of time, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a month, maybe more, they have better memory. Right? So like, you get what's happening here? Maybe, and this has been postulated as a theory in the nootropics community over the years too, maybe neurogenesis, okay, the process the brain goes through of creating new neurons. Maybe neurogenesis creates a temporary brain fog, and it might create a temporary brain fog because the brain is having to do all manner of growth and connectivity branching, right, between neurons. Synaptogenesis and new synapses growing, axons and dendrites growing between neurons, because neurons, like, they're not just going to sit there. They're going to be attaching to other neurons and trying to formulate connections and things. And then when you're thinking and trying to use new ideas and stuff, to be building pathways, neural pathways. And so it isn't far-fetched to believe that that could cause the brain to feel a little weird or foggy at the same time. Almost like, when your muscles are repairing themselves. They hurt, it hurts, they hurt. You got to get protein in there to help with protein synthesis, and it kind of is an uncomfortable position. And you might be sore or whatever. It's not unfathomable to think this. But I can tell you that I have experienced this where I've taken certain compounds and it made me feel a little weird or something. But then like the next day or the ensuing week, and in some cases, because with chronic use of nootropics, like a guy like me, 10 years in now, like seemingly permanent stuff, positive changes, happen downstream. As if the brain was like working on reorganizing itself in the presence of this nootropic compound, and you were getting brain fog while that was happening, and then thereafter, you just felt better. And you were more optimized than before, okay? I run into this time and time again. It's something I have not talked about a whole lot, but it's something I'm bringing forth as an idea that I think is true. It happens to other people, so it's not just like a singular phenomenon in Ryan Michael Ballow's brain. And so I just wanted to share that with folks that have run into that, because I know people watching have run into that problem before, because you guys email me and we talk on consults about this. So that's my take on it. Hey, remember guys, dude, today, last day for coupon code 8 on Cortex Labs website to get anything for $8 off. That's the Cortex stack. You can get a bottle of Cortex for $24 right now. Last time, we have some extra Cortex from last batch, and so our loss is your gain on this. Dude, get a bottle of Cortex right now, livecortex.com, coupon code 8. Get 2 if you normally get it. The special's ending at the end of today. It's EST midnight time. EST midnight time Sunday is going to end, so just get it done. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you next time.
What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Ballo here. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Look, we've got, as it stands, 5 primary products that I want to just explain to you. You heard us mention them during the video, so I'm going to break them down. Number 1, from left to right, the Cortex Nootropic Stack. This is a cognitive enhancement stack that you really want to take to turn the lights on. Just to give you an idea, hardcore business folks that require 18 to 20 hours of brain function, take the Cortex Stack. That's what we initially designed it for, but then like everybody in the nootropic sphere loved it. Verbal fluency, speed of processing, motivation, drive to want to work. That's what the Cortex Stack does. Moving right along, the aniracetam guide there, that is called the Beginner's Guide to Aniracetam, breaks down 25 powerful aniracetam stacks, shows you how to use aniracetam. It's essentially the everything guide to aniracetam. Long demanded, folks asked us for it, we delivered. It is fully digital, lots of powerful stacks. And then there's the nootropic stacks for the business professional. That's basically 100, right around 100 powerful uridine, modafinil, theacrine, aniracetam, oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, alcar stacks for business situations, for the type of brain states that business folks need for sustained performance. Next is the racetam God Guide. That is a high-level every racetam guide, digital guide. We've got all the major racetams with accompanying focus stacks and memory stacks and speed of processing stacks. In that racetam. There's 8 major nootropic racetams, and that guide explains all of them and accompanying stacks. Then there's the Noopept Pro Stack List. The Noopept Pro Stack List is a digital guide that explains oral, so just taking it by mouth, sublingual, taking it under the tongue, and then intranasal, spraying Noopept nasal spray in your nose, stacks. It's just a bunch of stacks, a giant stack list of Noopept stacks that are highly effective, pro-level, specific brain state inducing type of Noopept stacks. That thing has been a hit out there with the market. And then last, there's Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is the all-around, everything nootropics digital guide. If you just want to learn everything, many racetams, modafinil, etc., get Smarter, Better, Faster. It's like the guide you need to know if you're new to nootropics, to learn basically everything and to walk away knowing what you need to know on nootropics. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Get this stuff at livecortex.com and rock on.